Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. This is Let's Play Scratch's Director's Cut. Now, Scratch's I heard was a pretty good game. I can't remember where I heard that from, but, you know, they had it on GOG and Steam and all that, and I've been looking at playing it. I actually wanted to play Phantasmagoria tonight, but I couldn't get it to work because the file was corrupted or something. I don't know. I'm gonna have to re-download it, which means I'm not playing it tonight. However, I did have Scratches already downloaded and installed onto my computer. Previously I had issues getting the resolution to work, but I was working with a bad monitor at the time. Like, this was last Halloween that I was looking at doing this, so I've had Scratches for a while. It's just I was waiting for Halloween to kind of do it. Same with, like, Phantasmagoria. I could have done it for a while, but I was kind of waiting for the month of spooks. But, I heard they're very similar in style, I believe. So, we'll have to see where this goes. I think I'm going to keep everything on their default settings here, and we'll just start a new game. Which game do you want to play? Director's Cut or The Last Visit? I think The Last Visit is like an add-on. Like, either it continues the story or it's kind of like a prologue kind of thing. I don't know. We're going to just start with Director's Cut. Keep in mind, I don't know anything about the game. Nucleosis presents. Like, it's been so long since I've heard about the plot that I don't even remember what the plot is. Scratches. Starring John Bell. Jonathan Boakes. Sue Anderson. Daniel Chase. Dominic Brewer. Music and special sound effects, Cellar of Rats. That's always a good name. I always like getting my music from the cellar full of rats. Art and scenery design, Alejandro Graziani. Programming and game design by Agustin Cortez. I think that was Agustin, excuse me. I don't know, like the tildes and special marks go.
I arrived at Blackwood Manor one
voice
cold
acting.
Saturday morning amidst a thick veil of fog. The weather didn't look good, and there was an unnatural calm surrounding the area. Yet I soon became entangled with the place.
Okay. I'm gonna turn off this monitor. No, because I want to see if the video's still going okay. To the right of me, I have my second monitor already pulled up so that I can make sure everything's still running fine. But it's kind of like distracting me. I'm gonna turn it off right now. I'm going to assume everything's running fine. Saturday, October 12th. Cloudy sky above me seemed rather unsettling and almost made me lose my balance. I felt a curious urge to run for shelter, and my new home in the distance seemed very inviting. This is quite the interesting way to... Oh, what did that do? Can I not move around? This almost made it seem like I could, like, move around with the arrow keys, but I guess I'm wrong. Okay, that makes sense. So this is a point-and-click adventure type thing? Oh yeah, it feels like Myst almost. Mailbox was empty. Okay. Then I need to back up, right? Yeah, okay. Opposing main gates were guarding the entrance to the manor. Okay. Anything in my trunk? It was the boot of the car, which, considering my non-existent technical expertise, I hoped I would never need to open. Anything in the car I should be worried about? How about in here? We got the key. That's always good. Can I see my inventory anywhere? Honk. There's the car starter. Is there a way to see my inventory? Tab, maybe? No? Escape doesn't do anything. Can I see my controls? No. Apparently I can't. Ooh, can I save at any time? Ah, yeah, there's personal saves. Interesting. Still doesn't help with my inventory problem. Oh well, let's get out of the car for now. Okay. I suppose for right now we could check out over here real quick, but I think our main goal is going to be the house. This is locked. Hefty lock was preventing my entry to the garage. Alright, I'm not going in the garage right now. Towards the house then, because I don't need to go over that way. Hello, fountain. You're a lovely thing. We could go that way or towards the house. I'm gonna thoroughly explore what I can before heading into the house. So, let's see. Anything over here of interest? Oh, hello. Soil in this area of the garden was devoid of life. Well, well, it looks like I'm gonna probably run off into the woods, although I don't know what this is. Is this a chapel? This is actually starting to remind me more and more of the, like, layout of Uninvited, more than anything, like the old NES game. Massive double doors leading to the interior of the chapel were locked. Yeah, I was right, it was a chapel. Yeah, it's interesting how, like, the setup of this almost feels strangely familiar of Uninvited. Is this like an observatory or like a garden house, a greenhouse? Door to the greenhouse was stuck, probably due to some serious rusting of its hinges. Once again, very reminiscent of Uninvited. I don't know where I'm going, and I don't know how I feel about like the movement so far. Like it's a little disorienting almost. Could just be the way that I'm wagging the mouse around, but I don't know, it's a little weird. Can I open her up? Door to the house was locked, fortunately. I already have a key. Anything? Oh, hello. A pair of lamps at the front were awfully dirty and covered in dust. Well, I kind of need to get in the house regardless. Right? Fortunately. I half expected there to be like a skull right here and I'd just be able to open her right on up. So the key's probably somewhere around here. Just gotta figure out where. Unless I do have the key and I just don't know how to access my inventory yet. How does one access inventory? Ah! Right-clicking. What are you? Okay, nothing there. The key Jerry gave me to the Blackwood Manor. Okay. Suitcase was holding some of my stuff and was awfully heavy. I can't open it? No, I guess not. And that's how you use items. Key to my trusty car. My loyal typewriter inside that case. Alright, and this is my journal. Yeah. Okay. So could I, like, just drive off? I'm kind of curious here for a moment. What would happen if I just decided... This is my car starter. What if I just decided to start my car and leave? And the idea of going driving again wasn't very tempting. Okay. Oh well. It's worth a shot. Does my key also work on the shed? Quick question. Key didn't fit there. Okay. So it only goes to the front door. That's fair enough. Let's get inside then. Ka-chunk. Very little effort. The key unlocked the front door. Let's get inside then. What do we have in here? Got a clock. The majestic grandfather clock was gently ticking nearby. It was almost sleep-inducing, but I was glad it was working. Got some umbrella. It was a rather torn umbrella. We have a vase. There was a huge vase of oriental craftsmanship standing by the windows. Phone's ringing. It's just another ordinary vase. Shall I pick up the phone then? Hello?
Hello.
Michael, it's me.
Hey, Jerry. It's good to hear your voice.
I see that piece of junk you got there is working.
My thoughts exactly. I was afraid it'd fall apart as soon as I laid my fingers on it.
So how did you find everything? Do you like the place?
It's hard to tell yet. I'm very impressed, that's for sure.
You sound odd. Is everything okay?
Yes, it's perfectly fine. It's just that I'm in awe. I mean, pleasantly surprised. This house is like a dream come true.
So you do like it? You got me worried there for 1 second.
I'm telling you, I'm going to turn this place into a factory of horror stories.
Good. You ought to finish that book. I'm rooting for you, mate. You sure everything is in order?
Well, I just got here. Let me have a look around, and I'll get back to you if I find anything strange.
Excellent. I'll talk to you later.
Sounds good. Anything else of interest? No? Can I just call him up at any time? Thought about calling Jerry, but I couldn't remember his number in London. Oh, that's not good. Looks like I won't be calling Jerry then. It's a nice lamp. It's a shame I can't use it. What else have we got here? Got a window. Let's go in here. Can I play the piano? I always wanted to be a pianist, but eventually found another use for my fingers. So apparently we're an author of some sort? Who writes horror stories? Some barrels and a bucket. Neat. How about this picture? So, I can't say the previous owner had a lot of taste. I think this was a Bible story in which the father tried to kill his son, but then God was like, nah, you don't have to kill your son. Instead, they sacrificed a lamb. Something like that. Fancy red clock, which sadly wasn't functioning. Full of exquisite, albeit aged, candelabras. Generic standard lamp, still it was elegant and tasteful. Oh, some music. It was all gibberish to me. No, you don't know how to read sheet music, I see. It's not that difficult, although I don't know if I could read piano sheet music, since I don't know how to play piano. If it was trumpet sheet music, I'd be good. Alright, we'll head this way. Anything through this door, perhaps? Oh, hold on. Looked as if an untidy person enjoyed reading in the living room. Hello? April 20th. During a tit of rage, I burnt my previous diary. Not that I regret it, as if my disjointed notes were worth anything. Their only purpose was to keep me sane. I feel that this is my escape route, my only means of finding some inner peace. Whenever I put my pen to this paper, I feel that I can reflect upon my situation. I just wish I had more options, that's all. But I'm rambling. I must think clearly. Focus, focus. May 22nd. Really? Oh, I think that's actually 12th. May 12th. I become an eternal guardian. Stuck between few choices, some of which are good. Do I fulfill a promise and violate everything that I believe in, the very principle of my life? Or am I condemned to spend the rest of my existence in this damned state? Dead-end state, excuse me. A ghost with no other purpose than just being here watching. I truly have no escape. I can't find appropriate solution to this problem, and I must pay the price. I'm a shadow of the man I used to be. Only these notes remain, my testament in these moments of meditation, my sole companion. June 26th. Today I spent the entire afternoon staring at the window, my mind a blank. Oddly enough, I really didn't care. Seems now as though it was something natural for me, a part of my personality. But I know the reason very well. I've lost my soul. I'm an empty shell, devoid of any feelings. I renounced them on that fateful day. And the worst thing is, I knew they were going to be consequences. No, that's not true. Consequences were far worse than I expected. How could I be so blind? January 21st? 20th? Yeah, that's 20th. I often wonder what would have happened if we had simply reversed it all. What would happen if right now, I came out and told the world what really happened? No, I ended up rotting in jail. Although that might be better destiny compared to this eternal suffering. November 17th. I can't say for sure when it began. I just heard them one morning, coming from next room. The whispers. Are they real? Have I been alone for too long? They won't stop. I can't stand it any longer. February 9th. Ever since I locked it away, everything seems to have calmed down a bit. Perhaps James was right after all. It's madness. I know. But at this point, I'd be inclined to believe anything. May. Over the years, I was convinced that everything James stuttered was a misfortune, a whim of destiny. For the first time ever, I'm not so sure anymore. Never thought it could happen, but I believe I understand now. If this is so, then cursed be my soul. Poor James. If I had acted in another way, then maybe things would have worked out differently. It's too late now, and I have to suffer my Calvary. September 13th. The noises are back, although this time they're different. Before, I'd only hear them inside my head, as if someone or something was whispering. And, how to put this, interrupting my thoughts. But now I can really feel them spreading around the house. What are they? September 14th. I've realized the noises are coming from down there. I don't want to think about it anymore. December. They are unbearable. They get worse at night. Oh, how I wish I would stop. What is going on down there? I don't dare go nearer. I don't want to know. March or May. God, how many years have passed. I have lost all sense of time. I have to get out of this place. Tired of disturbing in a way I couldn't explain, yet I felt curious about what had been tormenting that poor fellow. How long that cup of coffee has been sitting there. Alright, we can leave then. So, ghosts. That should be an interesting case. Looks like it's a oil painting of a building, perhaps the manor itself, in better days. It's just a painting. Seems like I should know what that painting is, but I don't. That looks like part of creation of Adam. Ooh. What else have we got here? Aged candelabras. Oop, we got a fireplace. The fireplace has a generous amount of wood in it, and I was relieved to know that I could warm the place up in case it got cold. Certainly not good at chopping trees. We got some lights. Can I turn on the lights? And I intended to brighten up the whole place, but to my surprise, the lights wouldn't work. It's a shame. I don't even see a place where lights could work. Like there appears to be a severe lack of lights hanging from the ceiling in general. Look at this fireplace. This one's empty. Remains of a previous fire. If this is like Phantasmagoria, there's going to be something under there. What are you? You look interesting. You look like something out of Eternal Darkness. I think there was a shield in that game that was very similar. Bunch of uninteresting books. How do you know they're not interesting? You've not picked one up to read it. Maybe I'd find them interesting. I don't care about what you're thinking. Who are we even playing as? No, smoking can kill you, especially when the cigars are decades old. I mean, I suppose that's true. Although, aren't cigars healthier for you than, like, cigarettes? I don't know. I don't care. I don't do drugs. Got some paper clips and papers. 2 years in East Africa. A journey to the sources of the Nile. Interesting. How about this book? Can I look inside it? February 6th. The construction of the railway bridge is almost complete and it went quite smoothly. It took longer than I expected, yet I wish it would have lasted longer. I'll be very sad to leave South Africa. I've become so attached to it, its culture, its arts, over the past few months, that I can't help feeling as if it was already a part of me. I will surely return someday. Soon, hopefully. Although I'm afraid there is a great deal of work to be taken care of back in Old Britain. Fortunately, I made good friends here, who were ecstatic about my new appreciation of their country. They have offered me some wonderful objects as a token of gratitude, which I had already crafted and got ready to ship. And got ready to ship. Although with many trinkets I bought myself. It looks like I'm about to start a very substantial collection. It's a good thing Catherine agreed to move into our new home, although I fear several renovations will have to be made. Even more if I'm intending to start a serious new hobby. Seems I'll have to get back to work. John Patterson has just told me some natives are causing trouble. Very unfortunate thing, although I'm secretly rejoicing. February 12th. The natives... Also, I'm going to make the comment. He brought something back home from Africa that cursed him, and therefore that's why this game happened. February 12th. The natives won't leave. It's not like they're causing trouble so much as they're unsettling our workers. The only complaint so far has been distraction. They just stand still between the trees staring at us, without blinking an eye. I've watched them for a few minutes, and they truly seem like some Tenebra statues. At first it was just annoying, but lately it's become downright creepy. They seem to be stalking us. So it's not like they're hindering the construction, but there is a general uneasy feeling, as they were about to jump at us at any moment. I think I will hire some protection as a measure of precaution. February 15th. Fascinating. I've been looking into these natives. They live in a nearby village and are a very small group, yet they seem to manage quite well. I had thought of them as quite an uncivilized tribe, but their movements are calculated, and one can perceive a sense of careful organization in their tasks. Oddly enough, they seem to be very brutish, and their aspects look awful. Although, I couldn't take a good look at their facial features as I followed one of them completely on my own, and it could have been dangerous getting any closer. Although the village is poor and very rough, but some of the shacks leapt out at us. Inviting, or special, made me very curious. I'll try to come closer tomorrow. February 16th. My second expedition to the village of the natives has been foiled by an unexpected problem at the bridge. I'm afraid it was due to a slight miscalculation on my part, an indication that I should be focusing more on the task at hand and put my sudden love for all African things aside for a moment. It was my fault, and I accept it. February 20th. They are at it again, lurking beyond the forest. It's amazing how they have changed our perception of the surroundings. At first we were delighted by the quiet nature of the place. Now we fear what horrors might be concealed in that dark and foreboding cloak of trees. The tops loom above us, overshadowing the bridge, and strange noises haunt our meals. Even the river telling ungodly secrets. We could be, of course, a bit more sensitive towards distractions, but I can't help feeling the area has, in fact, become more sinister. And yet, I'm still looking forward to satisfying my curiosity about the tribe. February 24th. At least I found something more about the neighboring tribe. Oh, at last I've found something. This is an incredible finding, and I just can't withhold my excitement. Some elders at the local town happen to know about them, but only through stories they heard. The most surprising thing is that the tribe was assumed to be extinct long ago, but according to my vague descriptions, the elders think that we could be dealing with a legend here. Everything they ever learned of them was during their childhood, when the tribe was stalking the town, much in the same way they have been stalking us. People used to call them Dahum? As much was the sound of screams heard echoing late in the night. They'd come out into the streets and see an evil glitter atop a hill in the distance. Some would say it was a fire, others the cursed spirit of an ancient god. Whatever it was, they say the bright light amid those fantastic screams was bone-chilling. The macabre scene would suddenly stop just as it had begun out of nowhere, never to be seen again in days to come. Intervals between those horrible nights became longer and longer, until they soon faded into oblivion. The tribe apparently had retreated back into obscurity, until now. They were later known as the Daholmar, a rather more scientific name, although none of the people I spoke with could possibly remember its origin. I find it extremely surprising that nobody has ever heard about this tribe with the exception of a few townspeople. It must be incredibly rare, and judging by the stories passed on from generations in the town, very old.